We begin with Batman's funeral. Wait, what?
So long, old pal. We'll never forget you.
No, Robin. And although his true identity must remain a secret, the world will always remember him as Batman.
We're following a movie trend and starting 3 days after the stuff happened so we can flash back. If you hate that practice, trust me, you're among the majority.
Our drilling is almost completed. The Super Friends will never suspect that this phony oil rig is the cover for a much deadlier drilling operation.
It not matter. Soon Super Friends be gone for good.
Any minute now, and we will have reached our target, 1 mile beneath the Hall of Justice, where Superman buried a deadly element called Noxium. It was captured many years ago from Dr. Nataz, a one-time member of the Legion of Doom, who created a new element whose radiation was capable of destroying all of the Super Friends.
Superman buried it in the earth rather than throw it into the sun because they found the Noxium, but it's in a container that only Superman can open.
In that case, we'll have to trick Superman into opening it for us.
Based on the way this season has been going, that shouldn't be difficult. Suddenly, the Hall of Doom is attacking the Hall of Justice.
All right, Luthor. You and your Hall of Doom are about to be permanently disassembled.
Not before I wipe you out with my molecular disintegrator.
Nice try, Luthor. A quick blast of my heat vision should disintegrate your disintegrator.
One of Superman's powers is total recall. He should take a second and recall what that box is.
Thanks, Super Fool. You've just sealed the fate of the entire Justice League. Now I possess the deadly Noxium.
Wait, Scott! It can't be. I've got to get out of here.
As I said, it wasn't difficult. They'll get to work with the crystal right away.
Batman, this is Commissioner Gordon. I've been threatened by the Legion of Doom. You must come to police headquarters immediately.
An excellent performance, Commissioner. That should bring Batman here in seconds.
Everything happens in seconds. It's just a question of how many.
Fancy meeting you here, Batman. If you've come to help your poor commissioner, you're too late.
The Riddler must be losing his marbles if he thinks he can outdrive me.
He's not trying to, Batman. He's luring you. Take a second to examine the situation, Detective.
Okay, Riddler, it's the end of the line.
I'm afraid you're right, Batman. Only it's not my line that's come to an end. It's yours.
Never mind. It's true, Batman is dead. As Superman said in the opening, his identity will remain secret because nobody in Gotham City will ever notice that Bruce Wayne has disappeared. The Super Friends are in hiding in the Batcave. The Legion has to draw them out one at a time. Their next target is Wonder Woman.
The island's under attack! We're being destroyed! Our only chance is to contact Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman is also Princess Diana of Paradise Island, and she can't ignore a telepathic call for help, exactly as Luthor had in mind.
Nice landing, Cheetah. Now to land you in jail.
Not this time, Wonder Woman.
I wonder if her bracelets could block that ray. She should have at least tried to find out. Too late now. Superman gets it next while predictably trying to rescue Lois Lane. I bet now he wishes he'd gone to work for a different newspaper when he came to town.
Listen closely, Super Friends. Wherever you may be hiding, 3 of your comrades are dead. And unless the rest of you leave the Earth, you will all meet with the same fate. You have exactly 24 hours.
While they're pondering, the Legion gets on with the business of taking over the world.
Now that the Earth is no longer protected by the Super Friends, the Legion of Doom will be taking over. All military and police forces throughout the world will report to us directly. All governing bodies of the United Nations shall be under our supreme command. The Legion of Doom will control all of planet Earth. Or should I say, the planet of doom.
Of course the Super Friends can't leave the Earth undefended, but with no other option, they head for space. The Legion goes on a worldwide crime spree, including taking control of everyone's credit. Their next stop is the International Communications Center.
They're barely putting up any resistance. The communication center is ours for the taking.
You'll have to stop us first, Sinestro. The Super Friends, but they left the planet.
Correct. Luthor told them to leave and they did. He never said for how long. And they don't have the crystal with them.
Now it's time for a sour note or two.
I guess bagpipes aren't your bag, Sinestro. Solomon Grundy take care of you.
They aren't so tough without their secret weapon, are they?
That should light up your lives. Maybe so, boy Blunder, but this will put an end to yours.
Okay, I gotta admit they are pretty tough with it. One by one, the others fall until there are none left. The Super Friends are all dead.
They had their chance to save themselves.
It was their own compulsion for justice that killed them.
In any case, we won't be needing this any longer.
Does that count as littering? They go on the biggest crime spree the world ever saw, demanding half of each country's income, that sort of thing. Now, as usual, I'd like to know how it benefits them, what they figure to do with all that money. You get the feeling there is no real plan, they just like to have it. They're hoarders, but what they hoard is all types of legal tender, in large quantities, just to have it and somebody else doesn't. I still don't get it. If Superman had done that with it in the first place, none of this would have happened. A little late now. Luthor has representatives from all the nations filing past him to see what he can squeeze out of them.
And what 4 nations are you from?
We represent every nation, Luthor, and we're here to regain their freedom.
Super Friends! But that's impossible! You're all dead!
Wrong, Luthor. We're as alive as we ever were.
Again, I say, they're not so tough without their secret weapon. The Super Friends get to work wrapping them up.
If it's money you want, Luthor, try this on for size.
I don't understand it, Superman. We destroyed you all.
No, you didn't, Luthor. Those were the Super Friend robot duplicates you attacked.
We were hiding in the Justice League Skylab while our super duplicates played out our parts to the last detail.
They were programmed to fail, so you'd think we were all dead and throw away the Noxium crystal.
I retrieved the crystal from the sewer and got rid of it for good.
You mean shooting it into space is more permanent than burying it? Has anybody told Superman about this?
And now that the Legion of Doom is under control, the Super Friends can finally rest in peace.
In reality, they didn't get much rest. They spent the next 6 months fixing all those robots. Robin finished reassembling his in record time and only had 12 parts left over that he couldn't explain.